Here's one fact I bet you didn't know about the popes. They have a secret police force. In 1590, Rome was in crisis. The reigning pope, Sixtus V, had died, and the Catholic Church needed to get rid of his body. Now, this might sound simple enough, but hear me out. See, Sixtus had been a particularly harsh and unforgiving pope, ruling over the Church with an iron fist, so much so that the very thought of what might happen to his corpse if left unattended was enough to send chills down the spines of the men tasked with burying him. You see, they were afraid that the people of Rome, who had suffered under Sixtus's brutal regime, would desecrate his body. And given the recent unrest and general anti-papal sentiment at the time, this fear wasn't entirely unfounded. So the night of his death, the Pope's brother, Cardinal Carlo, ordered that Sixtus's coffin be carried to his tomb in the Basilica di Santa Maria Maggiore in the middle of the night. But unfortunately, even in death, Sixtus's bad luck, or perhaps it was his brother's incompetence, would not allow him to rest in peace, because shortly after midnight, as the coffin was being carried through the August heat, the bearers, likely exhausted and struggling to keep their balance, dropped the coffin, splitting it open on the pavement below. Yikes! Now, this was not the kind of scandal that the Catholic Church needed. In fact, it was so vile and disgusting that the crowd that had gathered quickly began to throw up, some fainting from the horrific stench. So the attendants, clearly panicking, hastily reburied the Pope, covering the coffin with the paving stones and the bodies of 2 dogs that had been killed by a nearby barber. Yeah, that's definitely not a story you hear every day. But unfortunately for everyone involved, this wasn't the end of the story. You see, 3 days later, the cardinal procession returned to bury the Pope for a second time, this time in his final resting place in the Church of Santa Maria della Vittoria. But upon arriving, they found that the smell from the decomposing body had seeped into the very walls of the church, making the entire place reek. Talk about a stinker. In the end, the powerful Pope who had ruled the Church with such ferocity and discipline was reduced to nothing more than a laughingstock remembered in history as the man that Rome had buried twice, not once, not twice, but twice. So who will be the next Pope? Will he be remembered for his piety, his intelligence, or will he also become a laughingstock? Let me know your thoughts below. And hey, thanks for watching. Want to know more about the popes? Check out this playlist right here. And don't forget to subscribe for more secret history files. Until next time.